giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom News Leaders.
Hello everyone and welcome to Mediacom News Leaders. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Carol Kelly. Joining us today from the Waterloo City Council, we've got from Ward 2, Bruce Jacobs. Bruce, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So just after you were elected, you requested a goal-setting meeting in an effort to develop a strategic plan for the city of Waterloo. Talk to us about where we're at on that.
Yes, that was in response to when I was running for re-election, the voters had really stressed the high cost of living in Waterloo and crime and the sense of being safe in Waterloo. So we really wanted to kind of put some numbers to that, make a plan to get there over a 5-year period. So we got together and the mayor did organize a goal-setting session, and we set a strategic plan. We talked about lowering our levy rate because at that time we were out of the top 15 populated cities in Iowa, we were the second to the highest for a levy rate. So we have a plan to lower the levy rate in 5 years down to $16.50, which we thought was a compromise. I want a little bit lower. That's important so we can compete with other cities for businesses. We also want to talk about crime. This week alone, USA Today mentioned that we were on the list of the top 25 cities for soaring crime. So we did want to address crime and keep that on the forefront of our thinking and come up with some ideas to actually combat that with our VCAT teams, with hiring some more officers, and those were part of our strategic goals.
Just recently passed the city budget. Talk to us about some of the issues that you had to overcome in this.
Yeah, we started out with some headwinds on the city budget this year. We weren't expecting a devaluation in property value. So that really equated to about 22 cents on our levy rate out of the chute that we had to make up. And so we also did not want to use a lot of our reserve money as part of the budget. So we wanted to kind of go around. Last year we had about $500,000 that we used as part of our budget. We wanted to kind of back that out. So when we end the 18 budget, we actually are going to have about $210,000 left over. So we actually are going to use that as part of our budget. And so we kind of compromised over many things. We did hire 4 more cops, which were vacant positions. We actually filled 4 of the 5 firefighter positions as well. So we're really showing commitment to public safety, as well as we were able to lower the levy rate approximately 14.5 cents.
So let's talk a little bit about, we've said putting BandAids on problems that you, when we were talking about the budget. What ideas do you have that really could get to the heart of Waterloo's burglary issues and put Waterloo on a solid path?
Yeah, so budget-wise, we did increase the franchise fee, which is really the fee on the power bill by 1% to 4%. That's a temporary move. We hope to be able to reverse course this next year. One way that a bigger picture that we're going to do on that is we're going to work on restructuring how we operate our city. Our city is not here. Our mission is not to provide jobs for people, and we really need to come to grips with that. Our mission is to provide the services that the residents require and need. And so we want to provide the same amount of services in a more efficient manner. And so it's how we restructure. We have 17 departments right now. We really have about a 1950s organizational chart. We want to upgrade that, modernize that, have more of a progressive view on how we're going to organize our labor. Our labor is really our biggest expense. 82% of our budget is public safety, but overall, labor is our biggest expense. We want to be able to organize that in a much more efficient manner. And we can do that by merging some departments together, cross-training employees to be able to do different types of roles. And in fact, the end result is to protect the jobs of the current employees we have by being careful how we hire in the future.
Talk to us a little bit about Rollback. It's been in the news lately, or state backfill. Talk to us about how that affects Waterloo.
That is a concern that we've been talking a lot about. You've probably heard a lot about in the news. And the state had a plan to encourage commercial development by lowering the taxes. And so we agreed to lower the tax on the commercial properties, and the state would then replace that. They call the backfill a rollback money back to the cities. And now through the state budget situation, they may not be able to continue that pledge to our city. And so that would be approximately $450,000 adjustment we may have to make this year, which would be 1/3 of the rollback money.
Well, we always appreciate everything you do for the city. Thank you so much for joining us, Bruce.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This has been Mediacom News Leaders, your opportunity to get the full story from the most reliable sources exclusively on Mediacom News Leaders.